Hi everybody and welcome to a new episode of Solo Chogokin and Z! We have reached the fourth and the last episode of this X series. We are in the city of Napier in the Middle East of North Island, always here in New Zealand, in the Hawke's Bay region, an area famous for the wine and the perfect climate. Here the sun shining, always also in the shadow. In fact, today we will talk about Minerva X, precisely of GX09SS Minerva X Shining Shadow, 2009 model that's appeared in the last chapter of Mazinger Angel Z series, the sequel of the Mazinger Angels. Robot built with the help of Izu Kabuto, that's brilliant mind that's in the classic series build Mazinger Z, which in this series he builds Iron Z. However, Minerva is ready to shining again, even if it's made with the spare parts of other robots, as we will see. Roll the video! Here we are to the box of these Mazinger Angels GX09SS Minerva X Shining Shadow of 2009. As the size of the box is smaller of the GX09MA and MAB and returned to the dimension of the original one, GX09. We have the model with the Mazinger blade on the cover and two images in the background. One is an echo of the cover image and the other half length with the final weapon of this Minerva, the breast heart fire. Yes, very similar to that one of Aphrodite A Snow White. The name is in line with the second model of Mazinger Angels with the Iron Z logo. In fact, also in this model it is present as the GX08MAB, Aphrodite A Snow White, the GX11MAM, Diana A Marina Blue Mermaid, and the GX12MAG, Venus Ace Queen of Gold. We also have the word that I haven't seen for a long time, limited. Yes, this model it is a limited Bandai edition with numbering. Ooh, yes, a infinity numbering in Bandai style. Above left, the Mazinger Angel Z manga logo and the dynamic sticker black to indicate that is a limited edition. Side we have Mazinger Angels logo, the classic art with the wings and the model name and Solo Chogokin logo. We also see the thickness of the GX09SS and return to original size. Above and below the same information, let's put it together with the other Mazinger Angels Iron Z logo and all the boxes of the Minerva X together. We turn the box and see the two images that we present on the cover, precisely Breast Heart Fire with Effect Enchantment and Minerva X with the OPM07 Mazinger Blade. We have the two inscription area, one with a written a little synopsis about Mazinger Angel Z, on the second some notes regarding this model, which appear at the end of the manga, guided by Maria with the slave maneuver system. The robot reproduces all the movement that Maria's body carries out in a cockpit and a note of the final weapon, Breast Heart Fire. And that's it! The usually misery Bandai limited! We open the box and we find the robot. Also the thickness is back to normal. Breast Heart Fire, one set of open ends, one set of closed ends, one Mazinger blade, one stand-up for the display, one name sticker for display. Here we are to the instruction of this limited model. As I said to other times, also the instructions are limited, especially in the pages. Exactly, we have the sheet more or less A5, I will say A something. Anyway, folded in two, very professional. Printed only in one side. However, perfectly in line with the other power instruction of the same series Mazinger Angels Iron Z logo. GX11MAM and slightly larger than GX08MAW and the GX12MAG, and much more larger than the normal manual of all female model, here next to the GX09MAB. Anyway, let's go to see instruction for images that illustrate the functionality of the model, but not all the functionality anyway. Two images of the display, one of which is wrong because the image is GX09MA or MAB. We notice the stand-up curved, which the photo beside has the stand-up straight. Poor and wrong. Well done! Here we are at the display of the GX09SS Mazinger Angels Minerva X Shining Shadow. Here the sticker name to apply it. The display is very simple and it is the same display as all other female robots, but of course it was obvious. We add the stand-up that's attached to the pelvis and not to the legs as we saw in the previous model. We have the swords holder to add. Let's have a look to all display of this X series. And in fact the GX09SS display is the highest, similar to the GX09, with attachment to the pelvis, but higher because the robot has a heels, like all Mazinger Angels, and mounted in the same direction as the GX09MA and MAB because it has a sword holder. This was the last display, not only of this X series, but all the female robots. And yes, we made it! All of them! Let's move on to the robot GX09SS Mazinger Angels Minerva X Shining Shadow from 2009. This is how it come out from the box and need add some components. The breast fire and the ends must be added to be complete. Let's do an overview from the side and let's see closer. New coloring. Beautiful black, gold and red with the blue eyes. We no longer have the crystal controller typical of all Minerva X. We have, like all Mazinger Angels, the tattoo, the art with the wings on the pelvis, black pelvis in this model. We have the heart on the legs in black and gold. Gold also the joints of the legs and arms. The rest is shiny black. The lower part of the legs are black with the ankles in gold color, like the heels and the low part of the shoes. The shining black ends, even though they are plastic with golden joints, in this model we don't notice too much difference between plastic and metal black, but we notice this difference in the gold color. We see the side extrusion are easy to see from the back and not present in any Minerva X. Behind we also have another things not present in any Minerva X. The controller to fire the breast missile. We have the usually made in China 2001 and the numeric of the Limit Infinite series Bandai. Obviously the usually ugly screw and a beautiful view from the top. Let's see the joints, they are the same as the other female robots. Let's see the arms, legs, limited rotation of the pelvis. We can rotate the breast fire to form a heart and the weapon, the breast heart fire. We can also shoot the breast fire. In the manga, the model does not have enough space to understand if the OPMs can be modified. Head is very articulated but not removable in this model. Let's make a comparison with the GX09MAB Minerva X Mazinger Angels La Sirène de Noir. We saw the same joints. Let's see in the detail the color and the difference. Let's start from a head. The shining black of the crowd with the mask from gold to red, the face from red-orange to gold, with eyes from yellow to blue, and a cockpit with the same blue-gray color. The body is no longer the same. I will say the base of the body is the same, but different from all other Minerva X. In fact, we have no longer have the edge of the neck, we have a lateral protrusion of the shoulder, the swivel and removable red breast fire, the shiny black body with a golden band in the center that reached the abdomen. We no longer have the circuit crystal. The upper arms are golden and no longer gray and orange. The pelvis is no longer gray but shining black with always the tattoo. The legs from the gray and orange to golden and black with all the joints from orange to gold. On the back we have the wings almost on the shoulder that we did not have before, and the controller for the launch of the breast missile, always made in China 2001, this series number from orange to white. The legs have all the bed screw and the difference only in color, such the heel from orange to gold. We see the black of the ends shining while before it was opaque, and the joint from orange to gold. On the arm, we no longer have the typical art of the Mazinger angels. It is a pity. We have seen the body is no longer that of Minerva X, but as they say in the manga, the Minerva X has been assembled from spare parts of other models, precisely from the GX08 Aphrodite A. In fact, we see the protrusion of the shoulder and the color line of the chest that reaches the abdomen. We do not have the knee pads that we have in Aphrodite, even if we can see it in the manga. We have the heels that Aphrodite doesn't have. The back is the same, apart from the color. But let's make a comparison with the Aphrodite A Mazinger Angels, but in particular with the Snow White's version GX09MAB, and we immediately notice the breast fire is the same, the body is the same too. We also have the heels. The only things we don't have is the knee pad. We have all the joints of both models golden. But the color of the Snow White edition is white with a reflecting pink with the rest of the chromed body, while Minerva X is glossy black with the golden chromed parts. On the back we have the numbering on the back and not on the ass. Both models have the golden heels. Both models do not have heart on the shoulder. On the legs, Aphrodite has only one heart, while Minerva has two. I must say both models are beautiful with this color. Definitely to have both. We see the OPM07, the Mazinger blade, exactly the same of other Mazinger Angels, with the hanging in one side for the end. Let's see in some cool poses. Ooh, we can replace open end with a closed one. Let's see all the Minerva X together. The GX09, that's one we saw in a TV series. The first Mazinger Angels, GX09MA, the model of the second part of the manga Mazinger Angels, the GX09MAB, precisely together with a model that's appear in the last chapter of the second series, Mazinger Angel Z, our GX09SS Shining Shadow Minerva X. Beautiful! Here we are at the final part with the comments and the price. As we said, it is a 2009 model. It is not easy to find never open or second hands, or at least not so low price. In fact, the cost of this limited model is 23,000 yen, 330 New Zealand dollars. 190 euros, more or less. Crazy price, considering that is a completely recycling model. The body from the GX08MAB and the head from the GX09, as we have seen. Okay, recolored, but still recycled, which does not justify the price. Apart from the price, model beautiful, but it is more beautiful than GX09MAB? I don't know. Both have aggressive color As optional, we have the Mazinger blade in both robots. In this model, we can make breast hard fire attack, but in the GX09MAB, we can transform the model in siren mode, which is spectacular. And considering the price, I will say the GX09MAB is a better purchase. Let me know which of the 4 Minerva X is your favorite. This is the last episode of the Series X dedicated to Minerva X. Obviously, we take a little break before the new series. Possible it will be a couple of the single product. Always here at Solo Chogokin and Z.